Oh well, how are you doing, great people? Bash Mutumba back again, here to give you Ugandan juice, the biggest entertainment stories that are trending in the Pearl of Africa, that's Uganda. Thank you very much for every single person that supports the Ugandan Juice podcast, both on AfriPods and YouTube. You're the real MVP. Well, I'd like to just dive right into the stories that have made headlines this particular week that has been left behind. And before I do that, actually, I'll just like to comment about the Ali Kiba show that happened. It was a great show, even though most people were beginning to make fun of it on social media about the audience. You know, Ugandans are the kind of people that make fun of shows if at all they don't get the full attendance that's expected or something of the sort. But I think that crowd was good enough for someone like Ali Kiba, someone who is not Ugandan. Well, at a location like Hockey Ground Lugogo, well, you're not expected to fill it up if at all you're not a Ugandan act. Well, that was a good enough crowd according to the photos he posted, yeah. And according to the people that attended, it wasn't the best. For example, if it were a Ugandan guy there, for example, if it were Palazzo there, it would have been called a flop. Trust me, but it's good enough for an Ugandan act to pull off such. And the biggest thing, or the most important thing, is that the show was great. Like, he performed really, really well with his record label kids. They did a really, really great job. And yeah. Well, diving straight into the stories that have made headlines that particular week. Well, Eddy Kenzo again. Eddy Kenzo is requesting people to pray for him. Well, it's serious to him. This entire Rema breakup, many people took it as a joke, and everyone was like, well, it was long overdue, but Kenzo seems not to be taking it lightly or easily. Well, people, like I've told you, were taking it as a joke, especially big people in the industry and famous people all over the place. Well, the most recent has been the ambassador of the United States of America to Uganda. That's Deborah Malak. And Malak actually posted on her Twitter account, the official account of the ambassador of the United States to Uganda, and she posted this: "Dear Rema Namakula at Eddy Kenzo official, Senga Malak is here. Hashtag City Alos, hashtag Lowoza Kunze, happy weekend, folks." And in that tweet, she actually posted with a tweet pic of her with Eddy Kenzo, with her seemingly telling something to Kenzo, whatever it was, on whatever event that was, I don't know. And a photo of Rema was actually grid into that same photo. Yeah. So for people that don't understand what Senga is, because she said Senga Malak is here. Senga is like a paternal auntie to anyone. Like, your dad's sister is called Senga. That's her title in Buganda Kingdom. And the biggest role of the Sengas is to like teach young girls, mainly the girls, about issues of marriage and initiating them into girl matters, sexuality, and all that stuff. Yes, that's like the main role of the Senga when it comes to the girl child. And normally when girls have problems in their marriages, it's the Sengas that come in and begin to advise and bring a settlement into the marriage back again. So yeah, Senga Malak, it was a joke because, well, you don't expect a non-Ugandan, or most especially a Muzungu, to come out and call themselves a Senga in such a situation. It was actually a big joke. Like, Tweeps took it as a very, very big joke, and it trended so much. The entire photo, Senga Malak is here. Well, I think for people that are Swahili speakers, I think the equivalent of Senga in Swahili speaking nations Swahili speaking communities is Nyakanga. I think that's the word, Nyakanga, the person that does kufunda or something of the sort. I don't know the exact pronunciation, but that's it. And well, everyone is taking it as a joke, but Kenzo is actually serious, and he once tweeted, actually recently, after that very situation, he tweeted and said, "Pray for me." Like, people should just pray for him because it's serious to him. He has not managed to like get over it. And there's a situation actually that also happened to Kenzo. He posted a video of his two kids. Remember, before he met Rema, he had a child The child is called Maya Mosuza, and Maya was birthed by one of the video vixens in Kenzo's very first hit song, which was called Stamina, leave alone the very first song that gave him recognition, featuring Bobby Wine's brother Mickey Wine, which is called Yanimba. But his very first solo hit that was a title all over the place is Stamina, with very unique dance moves and that. So the video vixen in it, one of them is the mother of Maya Mosuza. So Maya lives in Kenzo's house, and since Rema has left Kenzo, she's living with their child that they had together, Amal. So now Kenzo posted a video of Amal and Maya, Amal crying so much in real sadness and stuff, like not crying as such, but she would show a lot of sadness in that very video. And Amal saying that, well, she doesn't want to, like, she is sad because she's going to have to leave me and she won't be going together with me at home, you get. So Kenzo posted that and said goodbye is very painful, like, I'm so heartbroken, God help me. Kenzo posted that on his Instagram, and trust me, if you're a parent or someone that has had sisters or someone that has witnessed a broken family or even someone that can just see emotion, really it's a very painful situation for Kenzo, for her two young daughters separating because of their own issues. Well, it's really hurting, and like I told you, it's actually serious, because this guy, even though the introduction ceremony of Rema and the new guy is going to happen in November, well, the guy is already showing a lot of seriousness. The guy has already bought her, apparently he has bought her a Mercedes-Benz G6 wagon, which is estimated at about $145,000. Well, it's about $300,000 if you add shipping and taxes to Uganda, about that amount, like 1 billion Uganda shillings or more, on just a car, plus a new house, which according to my own rough estimation could be about 800 million UGX if you just buy it. So close to 2 billion shillings, if at all this is any true information to go by, has been spent on Rema before even the Kwanjula or introduction ceremony happens. So it is serious, and it's all dawning on Kenzo, and he just can't believe it. Well, many people still blame him because he never showed any seriousness. For all the time they've been together, he never showed any seriousness of wanting to marry Rema. So really he shouldn't be complaining, according to some of these people. But many of you should really be having some sympathy and empathy, because, well, there are 2 little girls involved in this. Yeah, so you should really be having some mercy on Kenzo. Well, also celebrity cartoonist Chris Ogon, who works for the Daily Monitor newspaper, did his usual satire. For him, it doesn't care whether something is sad, he would always find a way to make people laugh. And he made his own cartoon of Kenzo and the US ambassador. Well, he based on that story about Kenzo and the US ambassador. So in the cartoon you would see Ambassador Malak calling and saying, "Hey Rema, calling for the Department of Foreign Affairs," not Foreign Affairs, Foreign Affairs. "It's me, Malak, hola." And Kenzo is behind there crying, "Omunaku wa kufaya rabbi." Well, "Omunaku wa kufaya rabbi" is the same phrase that Kenzo tweeted that has actually made rounds till today. Like, it's more of a meme in itself. Yeah, meaning like a poor person will really die, dear Lord. Ya Rabbi is that Arabic word, dear Lord. So "Omunaku wa kufa," the Luganda phrase that, a sad or poor person is about to die, dear Lord. And every single person is using that phrase, "Omunaku wa kufa ya Rabbi," everywhere you go. Well, and Ogon really showed this kind of thing in this way, but Kenzo needs prayers, like, seriously, because it shows it's not a happy moment for him, even though many people think he's just trying to get sympathy and stuff. But to me, it's serious, because people get depressed over such issues, like family affairs and heartbreaks can get someone depressed to the point of even committing suicide. Sadly, I would never pray for that to ever happen to anyone I know, but it has happened to people, and it's something that's serious. And I think people that are close to Kenzo should consider taking him to a therapist for just at least a visit or 2. Maybe things would get better. Well, on the other side, Katz, MC Katz. Wow, Katz just doesn't get fed up of being talked about. Well, he's been recently fired by Fame Lounge, which has been hosting him lately as a hype man for their Wednesday show. and he has been hired by Pearl of Africa Hotel straight away after, like a few hours after being fired by Fame. And if you look at it, MC Katz is just like one of the most talented TV personalities that we've ever had in this country, and he's been doing it since he was even a prepubescent teen, about 12 years of age, and he was already on TV. That was back then on WBS TV. He went to NTV, now recently at NBS TV. So he's a very talented guy that has done this for way too long, and trust me, he's talented and no one can ever argue with that. And he has done great in artist management, and he has done great in promoting bars and hangouts. And the biggest problem is that he has ego issues at some point with bosses. Like, he doesn't deal well with bosses. He has ego issues, and Fame fired him via social media letter, which I'll read to you. It read, "Greetings public, we would like to address the matters with MC Katz that happened earlier tonight. MC Katz has been an external marketing personnel at our lounge, and a lot has come with working with him. After much consideration, the gentleman has failed to deliver to the expectations of management. To be precise, relationship management has been far lacking during the short spell of time MC Katz has been working with us. Management has tried their best to contain his unbecoming behavior. For instance, the persistent taking of stock on credit and refusal to clear the bill thereafter. To reiterate more, he has always belittled management with phrases like, 'I fear only God.' Worse still, management could not bear the fact that MC Katz, who has far as insulting and belittling patrons on the microphone whenever he's on stage, yet the patrons are the reason we exist. MC Katz has never made any sales on his nights that equal to even 3 million as he claims, and he is the same gentleman for whose services Fame pays 1.5 million every show, which most times exceeds 2 million shillings inclusive of unpaid bills. We are a company that is a bigger brand than MC Katz, and we cannot take any more of MC Katz's ridicule, and that's why his services were terminated. We would like to apologize to any of our clients that feels like we were going astray. There are bigger things coming your way from us to replace this disgraceful Wednesday. Not Monday 30th September. Here they were now advertising the new night that they are thinking of: Silent Parade, the better yet silent disco in your city, with Selector J, Slick Stewart and Roger, along with so many more. Management, well, this was a little overboard in my opinion from Fame, and calling Katz a small brand and calling him things like that, really it doesn't show why they would be like hiring him in the first place, because if they say they are a way bigger brand than him, that he hasn't made any sales for them and stuff, really it's very ashaming. But anyway, Katz as the very cunning guy he is, he already got a deal. Within a few hours he posted a video of him talking to the management of POA, or Pearl of Africa Hotel, and signing contracts for his new night called the Celebrity Wednesday, where he hosts like a lucky celeb and then gives them a treat at the bar. And actually that night many of the things at the hotel are subsidized according to him. Well, we really wish him luck in that new endeavor, but really being paid 1.5 million as just a hype man every single night you go there is not a small thing, because some musicians in this country don't even get 1 million for a show. They don't. But MC Katz gets paid 1.5 million just to MC at every single night of those, and he doesn't do it for the whole night really. It's just for a few hours and he's off. 1.5 million in the bag, eating free and free alcohol. Imagine that. So really MC Katz is a very big brand. And on the flip side of this same story, he's apparently back with Fille, according to what he has posted recently on his Instagram. And he said, well, I am back to working with Mama Abby. That's what he said. And if you don't like it, go freak yourself. That's what he said, really. And he also added information that he's releasing 4 Fille songs, and that Fille is holding a concert next year at Serena. Just know the crowd just went into like a frenzy when he mentioned this, because really these guys have been breaking up on and off every single time. The relationship has been really tumultuous, to say the least, and there's been a lot of nasty stuff that has been talked about this relationship. Of course, many of which has been just gossip, like some people that said or claimed, the gossipers that claimed that MC Katz infected Fille with HIV and random stuff, and other true things that happened, like the beating that Katz claimed was administered to him by Fille. Allegedly, that Fille almost ran over him with a car, but honestly, if you see the pictures that happened on that very day, you would really believe that this was a serious beating. Like, it was serious. Either the beating or plus the running over by a car, it was serious, because the guy was bruised. He was looking really bad. It would show that this must have been a serious beating. But trust me, for a man like Katz, who has met various women over the years, dated very, very many beautiful and powerful women in this society, had very many children, apparently, and you would wonder what he really finds a lot to get back to someone that has been mistreating him. According to what he says, whenever they have problems, says Fille mistreats him. Well, you would wonder why he keeps going back to her. Oh, well, you can't say just because of the child they've had, because he calls her Mama Abby, because he has had other children too. So it's just confusing, but I guess true love really exists then, because if someone like Katsu has had various relationships and various kids still runs back to the same old person, then true love really exists. And going a little bit international, well, the Kony Film has been subjected or selected or submitted, that's the best word to use, into the Oscars race. And this is very good news, because this is the first time that an African film can be eligible for submission into the Oscars, by far the biggest Academy Awards for the movies. And Kony is the first ever Ugandan submission to the Oscars, and thanks to the new category that has been put up, the international feature category. Well, it's more of a love story about, it's inspired by the Kony's insurgency in northern Uganda, and there are big hashtags that have been all over social media trying to say take Kony Film to Oscars, etc. And initially it was submitted to the ZIF, which is the Zanzibar International Film Festival, and it won the Best East African Talent Award. Well, we just hope we can win against big movies from people like or organizations like Nollywood, because they're not a joke. They are no joke. Anyway, and it's more of a happy day in my own perspective, because we always kept on complaining that people come and tell our stories in a wrong way. We've seen things like stories about Idi Amin being told in a very, very weird way, and we've seen other stories about this very same thing, like the documentary of Kony 2010, which made people complain that why do people come from wherever and tell our own stories, sometimes putting facts that are not actually true. But this time around, it's been a love story based off the Kony insurgency, and we really hope that it wins. And there's another story that's making rounds actually, but it's more of a rumor that Mayweather is in Uganda. A few photos have leaked of people that are known to be part of his management, and then but well, it's just nothing but a rumor, because I've not seen any post of Mayweather's on his social media in the recent hours, at least by the time I did this particular episode of Ugandan Juice. I'm seeing things like Bali, Indonesia, so well, in case anything arises up, I'll be letting you know. And good luck to Gravito Mutuju. By the way, he's holding a concert in various venues, Cricket Over and others. Good luck to him. Well, he's one of the few Ugandan rappers that are still filling stadiums. It's been a long time, ever since GNL Zamba did it as the first rapper to fill stadiums. Back then it was just singers that did. The first Ugandan rapper to fill a stadium, and people like Navi also followed suit. But lately, rappers are no longer that great when it comes to that. But Gravity is still doing it, even though his target audience is not the uptown kid, it's mainly the downtown youth. Yeah, but anyway, that's all from me today. If at all you have any comment, please don't hesitate dropping it down below, and give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It also means a lot. Well, Bash Mutumba, you can check me out on Instagram at Bash Mutumba in case of anything. Well, see you then. Sayonara.